bit. I have been so busy. I've been trying to get a couple videos out. Really trying to get stuff done for the train show coming up this weekend, namely Marthwaite, which is one of the things been I've been working a lot on. So I'm kind of giving you on like a little exclusive look, I would say, to how I'm building this because yeah, it's taking a little bit more time, but it'll be pretty good in the end, I think. So let's see. I'm gonna wait for people to join here. Let's see. Yo, what's up, everyone? How are y'all doing? Okay, so what we're gonna do today. Um, I saw a lot of people in my other Marthwaite video that I made talk about that I should take the old rails from the original Marthwaite and the sleepers and stuff and make it look like it's scattered out and stuff and like make it look like they ripped it up and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. I have a bunch of the old rails and stuff. Thankfully, they're already weathered. How is everyone doing? I'm sorry, I need to read these here. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to set this up. Let me go through the list here. Bluebell Taffy, hello. Talcho, hello. How are you doing? Preston, what's up? Winfrey, hello. Redneck, how are you doing? All right, so Rails and Water, what's up, man? Let's see. So anyway, we're gonna work on that. I have got brand new rails down for Marthwaite. As y'all can see, I've also ballasted and stuff, and this is all good now. So we should be good there. I was gonna show off the track here. So this is part of the old track on Marthwaite. Really cool because for Pico track, I don't know if anyone knows this. If you get some Pico track and if you get the 009 track, they have this track that's I don't remember. They have mainline track, which looks like this, and the sleepers are like nice and clean and stuff. Or they have I don't even know what it's called, but it's a different type. But like, sleepers like old and worn and stuff. This is what was on Marthwaite, so it's kind of cool because we're taking up the old sleepers and we're putting in like the nicer looking sleepers. So another cool little change here that we're doing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut all the like little like whatever these little the little extra bits that help it all stay together for flex track. I'm gonna cut those off and make like piles of it right over there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think it'd be cool. But yeah, I've been having fun working on this layout again. Hopefully, I'll have a video out probably tomorrow. No, wait, what's today? Is today Tuesday? Today's no. I could have it out tomorrow actually. Yeah, I think I could. But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, let's get to work. I'm gonna stop yapping, but we're gonna see where we're gonna put these little rails at. I kind of want to just kind of have them like right on the side like this, but I thought your stream said Marthwaite. A lot of people whenever I take this layout to shows, they think it's supposed to say Marthwaite, and they're like, "You got the name wrong." And I was like, "No, it's supposed to be Marthwaite. It's not a very popular uh, station, but it's very obscure, but very funny." So I kind of like the idea of them kind of just being there. I think I'm gonna do a couple different areas, like maybe right over here too. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should do less or more? I don't know. The idea that they're working on the track, though, so I just feel like if I do too much, it'll look a little weird. Like, I feel like we could do some right there. Plus, I got to put stuff right here too, but I don't know. I might need some opinions on that. Maybe have them scattered around. Okay. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna also start cutting up some of these, like three more stacked up, because like I could do. I do want a good like pile of them in one spot because I already like this area as being like a little workshop area, but yeah. Um, let's see. I mean, I wanted to get started into in scale, but I want a compact layout. Will in scale Percy run with short radius track? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. In scale Percy could. So the original way this layout looked, in scale Percy would just fly through it. It would be perfect. So yeah, you're not gonna have a problem with in scale Percy. Is that the mine engine? Yeah. This one it was working at one point, and then I just turned it into scrap justing because it was like, eh. But yeah, it's the mine engine. I want to put a face on it, but I kind of like it ambiguous to not have one. So, but he's being thought about being restored and stuff. So, hi, greetings from Germany. Hey, how you doing? My cousin's in Germany right now. So after the new announcements from Bachman, what is everyone's favorite besides Diesel 10? Mine is probably the updated Thomas and Percy and the Farquhar trucks. I would say, I would say, out of all of them, it'd be. I mean, I'm intrigued to see what they do for Percy because they said that they were going to reuse the chassis for Percy, and so I really hope they don't have an ugly split down the middle of the tanks, or they rework it because they already did that with who'd they do that with? They redid all the iMech and stuff with Sydney and the mainland diesel. So I don't know. I wish I had money and time to do stuff like this. I would probably have either gauge one garden relay or gauge one layout. Yeah, the bug has bitten me pretty bad with gauge one. I didn't think I was going to get into it, but I've just had so much fun. It doesn't help that my buddy Folden Time sent me like I was gonna make a video on this stuff, but sent me a bunch of building kits, and he said so I bought a van off of him, and he told me he was like, or he just sent it to me, and I was like, okay, cool. I got a van coming, cool. He sold it to me for a really good deal, but then it came in the mail, and it came in a massive box. And if you hold a gauge one rolling stock, or like any piece of gauge one rolling stock, it's not like crazy big. Like it's big, but it's not like it's not like crazy, crazy. So it came in, I was like, what in the world is this? And it was just a big box. And he threw in an extra van. I've posted a couple of things on like Instagram and stuff. But yeah, super nice of him to send me that. He sent me 2 building kits. He sent me some faces, so I've been having a great time with that. Oh, okay. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Hey, you too, man. Thank you. If I can ask, what gauges are your larger RSO engines? So they are they run on HO scale. I'm calling them gauge one. What we found out is that, or I think Green found out that TT scale is a mil off from if you did the track width thing. It's a mil off from gauge one scale. So if you wanted to do like 15-inch, just like 1 millimeter off. So if they end up actually making proper proper TT scale like locos, like they just need to come out with like an 8F or something, then I would do them in that. But I'm calling it gauge 1 scale. It's kind of like how the Scarlowi engines in the TV show are technically overscaled, and they're not actually running on narrow gauge track. So it's kind of like that. So the Arsdale run on gauge 1, or they run on HO scale. So gauge 1 bloomer when? I don't know. I don't really have a use for bloomer. I do have a few more gauge 1 projects in the work. So stay tuned for that. I mean, you don't have to stay tuned, but if you want to. Yeah, sorry, I've just been cutting up some of these sleepers and stuff. Gonna balance the trek at Farquhar tomorrow. Most likely, it won't be able to do part of it yet because I'm waiting on an order of wood plank road crossings. Okay, I want to make a standard gauge layout so bad. You've been sending me pictures of yours. I want to make one now so bad. It's been a while since I've had one. Any tips with gauge 1? Not really. I'm very new at it, and even then, my stuff is like kind of jank. I would just say have fun with it. I mean, gauge 1 it's fine. Like I like it a lot. It's just with any like bigger model, you're gonna notice imperfections a lot more. So like on my Thomas, like the reason why it took me quite a bit to get it dialed in is because I noticed the details are off a little bit more on some areas, this, and this. So I don't know. You're just gonna notice things, and it's just like whatever, you know. But yeah, not really any tips from me because I've only done one gauge 1 model properly. So, and I'm working on a couple more though. I want to start in scale Scarlowi collection. Do you have any recommendations on how to do it? I would personally start out with a Rheneas. That's just me personally. I just like the Bachmann Rheneas. I've had 4, and every single one of them have run perfectly fine. The Bachmann Star handle is okay. If you want like a super, super reliable runner, I would go with the Peter Sam. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just cutting up all these sleepers because I don't know how many of these I'm going to make, but I'm going to do a good bit of them. How did I make this? This is a layout I started working on last year. I wish I would have properly documented me making this layout, but this is what the whole restoration video has been for. So like the restoring Marthwaite videos, that's kind of helped document fixing it. I've been working on that video like crazy, so I'll probably add some of this live stream in there because I I got bored of recording, so I was like, let me just live stream. So it's easier for me to do that. How do you make these layouts? So this is running on it's on a 30 by 40, or no, 20 by 30 poster board. And just go from there, honestly. I mean, just kind of let your imagination take over. The thing about 009, you can pretty easily like get it in a small space. So doesn't mean everything will run on it, but you can get it in a small space. Sorry, I saw someone. Yo, Conecat, what's up? Decided to rebrand my channel so it was easier to search up. Oh yeah, no, cool. Cool to see you here. Thank you. Let's see, who else do we have in here? I love the rusted rail detail on the side. Sorry, I didn't mean to rhyme. Let's see. Do you have any tips on scenery? I'm kind of new. If you want any tips on scenery, I'm not gonna give you any because all I do is fall. I literally, I just copy. I just copy George Williamson. So if you want to watch someone who's really good at scenery, go watch George Williamson. They could do a lot better way of telling you how to actually do some of this because a lot of the scenery here is based off of what they do. Literally, I think almost all of it actually. So sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude with that, but unpopular opinion: Gordon looks better with an actual A1 running board than than the one he's canonically given. Yeah, I 100% agree. That's why mine has one. Well, I have two, but I don't really like running the other one with the actual book running board is what I'll call it. But yeah, go check out George Williamson. They're really good. I'm gonna head out. I have a few yard chores to do, but if you're still streaming when I'm done, I'll pop back in. Okay, cool, man. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, I and all this time I've been sitting here, I've only gotten like what 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 sleepers done. I say we'll get 15 and then we'll start gluing stuff. Kind of agree, but it makes more sense that uh, he looks a bit more simplistic because he's the prototype. But yeah, no, I get that. Sunface, thank you for joining. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's fine. All right, yeah, we got 5 more to go, and then I'm just gonna start gluing these down because I don't want to be sitting here all day doing this. Okay, there it is. I finished getting all the pieces cut for the shed. I just need to glue it all together. I got paper cutting board at work, so I've been using that. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Ugh. I've been stressing out getting this layout done for the show this weekend, but the hardest part. So originally, I was gonna completely extend the boards out, but I just did not have like the. I did not have the will to want to redo the scenery on any of these bits. I just like. I just couldn't. So I was like, you know what? I'm fine with ripping it up and just reballasting it and having the tracks go out to the edge. I hate how it looks because it's like that was the whole point of me doing this layout in the first place is not to have the tracks go out to the edge, but you know, it's whatever. I hate looking at this on my phone because the comments just disappear. Pretty random question, but do you prefer Tidmouth Sheds as seen in the Railway series or the TV series? I like it in the Railway series personally because I think with it in the Railway series, it's got the big coaling stage or state there. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for that. Yeah, that's just me personally. All right. So I am about to be done with this. I just had to redoing my miniature railway game on Roblox since the rails felt too chunky. Also, the logos I um, made felt too big. Oh, well, I liked your game. I can't wait to see what you do with it now, though. Did you ever figure out where you're putting the nameplates on the station? Also, probably going to make a full channel to document the layout and other things. Oh, cool, man. The so I don't know if I'm going to put one on the station right now. I have one that's sitting on the platform back here, but I don't know if I want to like move it yet. But if I do put it, it's going to be on the like the front, how the actual Urton Road station nameplate used to be, at least, or how it is in the book that you see. So okay, so I have got all of that. Got 15 sleepers, I think. So we can play around with some stuff here. Hold up, let me get. I need my X-Acto blade, or not my X-Acto blade. Where did I put that? Super glue. There we go. And I had tweezers somewhere, but I guess I lost them. So we're just gonna go with pliers. Okay. Dang. Let's see. So I think for some of the sleepers and stuff, we'll add them. We could probably. I might do some of the sleepers over here, partly to cover up the track, or no, probably cover up this area. But I would have to see what it would look like first. So let's kind of do that real quick. I don't know. I don't know how I like this, but let's see. Nah, I don't know. I don't like it that close to the edge. Hmm. What's my next model plans? Well, it's going to be a lot of work on gauge one stuff. So gauge one models, some more model updates and stuff. I have a couple plans with trains to work with them. So that'll be fun. I have a couple of ideas, but we'll just kind of have to see how that goes. Okay, what do y'all think of the sleepers kind of just being in a pile over here? I kind of like that. I think I kind of like that. It's not too bad looking. Let's see. We can probably do another pile, or we'll do like a couple of scattered ones right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Do a few over here now. I think it gives this layout a little bit more symbolism, or it makes it feel like a real railway if we do like a bunch of sleepers and stuff everywhere. Because this is part of the old track on Marthwaite, so I think it's kind of cool to have some of the actual old track that was on it. So Might even add one of the old sleepers at the back over here. Kind of like the idea of that. Kind of having it as a stop. Yeah, I like that actually. Do that right there. Do you have a timetable you use at exhibitions, or do you just do whatever feels right? Um, I don't know. Sometimes I do whatever feels right. Other times I'll figure out a timetable. The original plan for this, I was gonna have a switch come off right here, and then there's gonna be an extension where it was just a staging area, so I could actually stage trains and stuff. Problem with that though, I would have to do a lot more with track and stuff, and it'd be a lot more wiring and stuff I would have to figure out. So I kind of just said no, I'm not gonna do that. Uh, but maybe in the future, whenever I come back to this layout, I'll actually come up with a proper timetable. I would like to. I've always wanted to run timetable trains. Now, whenever I do shows and stuff, I usually will have either a little goods locomotive that I can park over here and then pull it out. And, well, so I'll have a passenger train. And I could pull it into the station. And then I'll have a goods train right here for the most part. And I can pull it out, run it around a couple times, whatever, and then pull it back in, and then pull the passenger train out. And then sometimes I'll have the engine shed with a spare engine, and then I'll have it pull off, or I'll have the main engine that is doing the passenger runs pull off, come around, and then stop, and then I'll do some shifting and I'll put whatever the passenger engine in the shed and stuff. So there's a couple of things I do for exhibitions and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a timetable. I would just call it just plan trains, really. But I would like to figure out a timetable or something. There was someone who made posters for me, and I would love to print them out. But they made posters for my station. I need to probably actually get in and put those on, but we'll see. Um, what material do you using for the mountains and hillside? Plaster foam, or is it plaster cloth for compact layout? I want it to be a mix of regular and scale, but also a layout like yours. So it's using a mixture of scrap foam, and then to cover up all that scrap foam, layer plaster like plaster cloth, and anywhere that like the plaster can be seen really bad, you could either do extra like you could go get plaster and fill in those holes because the plaster cloth usually has holes and stuff in it. I didn't do that. I just did a really thick layer of paint, let it dry, and then I would come in, do a second really thick coat of paint, and it usually can fill in some of those holes. And then you can see I did static grass because static grass helps hide it. And also I did a layer of tuff with leaf scatter on it, and works very well, very very well. And then like for this side over here, I did rocks to cover up everything. So yeah, super easy way of doing this stuff. So dioramas are fun. It's definitely a good time. I like doing stuff like this. So scenery for like layouts and stuff has like always been my favorite thing. So I'm happy to help. Like I love building the actual models, but the actual scenery part. Oh, I think I stuck it to my finger. I did. The actual scenery part has always been My absolute favorite. Uh, what's another engine do you have with Thomas and Friends? I have a bunch. Every official. Hello, how are you doing? That dry. How many sleepers did I have on the front over here? Did I have? I guess I had a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. If anyone remembers how many I had there, that'd be good. I think I had 5 though. Could have had more. It's fine if I did though. Um, would you like to react to Soda or Left for Dead, the mini movie, but without vehicles? I don't know what that is, so I can't give you a definitive answer. I guess. I don't know. Hello, how are you doing, man? When is the James video coming out? Which one? The double O one? Because if you're talking about the double O one, I'm nowhere happy with that James anymore. I would love to completely redo that one. Maybe that's worth the video, honestly. Completely redoing that, James. I don't know. I have a hard time working on videos for like my older models because some of them I'm just not happy with. To be honest with y'all, to be completely honest with y'all, I'm just not happy with some of them. Okay, so I've gotten those sleepers. 500 sleepers. Feels like that. Guess we'll put one on top here too. My hands are getting stuck to the super glue, or my fingers. That's fun. Ugh, I hate it. Okay, so let's do this side of here. Actually, let's do one more little sleeper, just like right here. Sorry, I just saw one. Do you make your own files for your engines, or do you use pre-made files? Most of the time, I use pre-made files. For Bert, I completely did the valve gear on that. That's about the most I've done. But a lot of the time, it's a bunch of amazing creators that make my own or make my files for me. Thankfully, because I'm not the best whenever it comes to CAD. I want to get better about CAD work, but I'm not the best whenever it comes to doing CAD. So I wish I was good at CAD, but I just can't. Am I late? Not really. No, we're just putting some little details on Marthwaite, so we're just chilling, just having a good time chilling. Uh, we're going to war with the new profile picture. What, y'all don't like it? Oh, I see yours. Oh, no, it's like that one dude. Oh, I can't think of his name. He made a edit of the Duke. Um, he made an edit of Duke with it's from the Roblox stream that we did a while back ago. Oh, I can't remember his name, but he did a great edit of Duke with the 1,000 yard stare. That was hilarious. I need to get mainly in a stream again. I felt a little left out with everyone having cool profile pictures. Mine's just purple. Hey, I like it, man. I like it. I like it. I just broke something off. I broke the little cap thing up for the water tower. What did that go on? Did that go right there? That is the worst spot to put that. Okay, we'll fix that. Steven, thank you so much, man. Any updates on the Discord? No, I do not. I Unfortunately, I just haven't been able to work on it, and there's a couple things I've gotten done on it, but I'm just trying to figure out what exactly to do for the Discord because I am going to be starting like a Patreon soon, just to kind of help out with some of the projects and stuff I have in mind, but also because there's some things I love showing off my stuff immediately, like as soon as I do it. But then there's some things like I know, like I want to wait to show off, but then uh but like it kind of ruins the hype. So I don't know. I might set up a Patreon of some sort in regards to stuff like that. I don't know if it'll be for the Discord. I don't want to make it that. I want to make it more of a free thing for everyone. But I don't know. I'm kind of playing around with that. I might add like different tiers in the Discord, but that was about it. So I don't know. I'm not trying to make everything like a pay to win sort of thing. I just I don't know. It's a lot of time and work that goes into stuff like that, and it's just I don't know if I can I don't know. I don't know if I can put the amount of time I need to go into it. If that makes any sense. At the moment, I can't do it at the moment, but it is being worked on. There's a lot of the channels and stuff are made, and it's taking a bit more time to be honest with y'all. So I don't know. That's all I can really tell you at the moment. What engine do I have there? Which I have Scarlowi right here. I'll show Scarlowi off. Another one of my like old models. This is the first narrow gauge engine I did. I'm happy with this color though. I like that more maroon color for the Scarlowi engines. Do you play Soda Online on Roblox? No, because I don't. I don't like the creator who has Soda Online or who made Soda Online. So kind of a weirdo who made it. So I don't really support that. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong game. I might be thinking of Locos Online. I don't remember which one it is. It's whatever Roblox game Speedy Skip made, because I don't really support that. No, I just recently became pretty good friends with, or I would say, all right, friends with Denver, and they make Somewhere Wales. So they're actually in like our group chat now. But trying to convince them to get me at admin, and maybe we could pop Denver in a game of hide and seek on Somewhere Wales at some point. We'll see. I think that would be pretty fun to do. Okay, so let's add one on top of there. Actually, how many of these do I have? I have two. Yeah. There we go. Trying to glue the sheathing on the roof shed, but it's being a pain in the ass. I'm sorry about that. I know how that feels. Okay. So I think I've gotten all the sleepers that I want to glue down. So now we just got to glue all these rails. I think we'll just make a pile of them right here. Go. What blue do you recommend for Thomas? So we think it's the same blue that they use for the show. It's the one I've been using for years now. It's sail blue, Rust-Oleum sail blue. It is my favorite color I've ever used. I just love the way it pops. It is a good blue. It looks dark in some lights. It looks really light in some lights. It's a very weird color, but it is a perfect Thomas blue. My fingers are sticking to it. We're gonna do something kind of jank here. Kind of just hold those in. That's why I need my tweezers. Ah, I got glue all over my fingers. Let's see, let's do. There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Makes it look like they've actually been working on the section of line. Guess we could throw one back here to kind of. No, because they wouldn't just throw one. That's what I do whenever I like make layouts and stuff. Sorry, I haven't been talking because I've just been focused. Whenever I make layouts, I always kind of think about like what people would do or what I would do in a situation. And I was about to throw a rail like over here, but I'm like, why would I do that whenever there's a pile of rails right there? I don't know. I just kind of think about that stuff. I think it's a good way to think though about when you make a layout because it's just a good way of thinking. Because like, would I actually do that or would I just leave it? So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I think I don't know if more is less or less is more. I don't know. What do we think? Add one more red in there. It is a lot of rail. It doesn't look as good on camera because the light is shining on it weird, but listening to this while Spanish homework is an experience. I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's a bad experience or a good experience. Oh, yeah, I forget everyone's in school now. There we go. Okay, so that's all the rails down. So that's all the like maintenance stuff. I do have a couple of like little maintenance cars and stuff right here. Hello, Spike. How are you doing? Let's see. So we'll also have a train with this stuff going around. We'll probably have like a little maintenance. I don't know exactly what engine to pull the maintenance train. Well, it'd probably be Rusty, but problem is this is a Minnesota layout. But I was running a bunch of random stuff, so it doesn't matter. It's a layout. So now that we have all the rails down, all this, I'm gonna try and clean the tracks here. I don't know how well that would be. Actually, who wants to see some of the Gauge 1 stuff I've been working on? I don't think I showed it off on my. I don't think I showed it off on my channel yet, but I can show you all my rolling stock that I've been working on. Wouldn't mind showing that off. Girlfriend is moving away for college, but I'm staying behind to get things ready for when she's done. My girlfriend, she's on her last semester of college, so but she's here, so she actually moves here to go to college, and then she goes back. So, I've been good, thank you, man. Nice little layout, thank you. I'm very happy with it. Hopefully, we'll have a new video out soon for it. Let's clean up this crap over here. Don't need that all sitting on the layout over here. I need to do some more trees before the show as well. Anyway, let me go grab some Gauge 1 stuff real quick. It's right over here. So I've been, like I said, been bitten by the Gauge 1 bug, and how Folding Time sent me a bunch of stuff. I did pay for one wagon though, so they didn't send me just a bunch of stuff I didn't pay for. But this is one of the things I bought. So it didn't have the face. I painted the face last night, but the face was a gift from Folding Time. But it's a 7 plank that's been extended up to make, I guess that would be a 9 plank, but I don't know what they would call these. But I'm going to repaint this thing because the paintwork is not the best. Whoever had this originally just did not paint it good. But I'm going to paint it to look like the old King Cole's wagon. So I really like this. I've been adding new couplers on it. But the face, though, I really like the face. I don't know. I think Noah sculpted the face. And I could never find where they actually made it, but this was a cast of it. So I kind of just like him. He's just like, eh. So kind of a vibe. I like him. That's this like, I don't know. I love Gauge 1 rolling stock, and I love having like proper Gauge 1 rolling stock too. So that's cool. And so then the other one I've been working on, I worked on this a little bit last night. So Leonard, are we saying Leonard is his name? Does he look like a Leonard? I was gonna say he looks more like a Buford. I don't know. Leonard might be the name though. We might go with Leonard. What do y'all think, Leonard or Buford? I kind of like Buford, but I also like Leonard too. We'll think on that. We'll think on that. Okay, so anyway, the next one I have here is this. So I just printed out some wheels for it. These are resin printed, so they don't roll the best. Actually, they're not rolling the worst, but this is one of the vans that Folding Time made for me. I don't even know they made it for me. I think they just had extra of them. I think this is one of their kits that they do, but I need to work on this one a little bit more to get them up to show standard. I'm going to repaint them, but I did the face yesterday, so that was a cast face. So I like that. Super fun. I love painting faces. Painting faces is my favorite thing. But yeah, super fun wagon. Those are two wagons I have right now. I'm trying so hard to get some more. I would love to just have like a bunch of rolling stock. I love rolling stock so much. So I think it is an NER van. So I don't know if I like this face on him, but it's fine for right now. But yeah, it's all wooden. So I think Fold in Time actually produces this kit, from what I remember. I could be so wrong on that, so y'all don't take what I say 100%. But yeah, they sold me this one for like $50. If y'all don't know about Gauge One rolling stock, they sell for like $100 sometimes. So sold me that for $50, and then threw in a bunch of extra freebie stuff. So we'll go with that. I'm gonna go put them back on my desk over here. But yeah, I've been hooked on Gauge One stuff, and obviously Rheneas. I've got to finish Rheneas and stuff, which a lot of people were talking about. Do you still go to the Railroad Club uh, in Memphis? If so, are you going the 22nd? I'm not going the 22nd. I'm going. So that would be this weekend. No, I've got a train show coming up in Conway, Arkansas this weekend. Um, so I'm not going to Memphis this weekend, but I'm going the next weekend. So yeah, I'll be there next weekend to kind of figure out some stuff. So I came in here to look for Q-tips in it. I thought I had some because I was going to clean the tracks off. Let's see if Scarlet will even move on these. I put a 9-volt up. Nothing. I hope these points didn't get locked up. No, they seem to be good. Next weekend is your birthday? Well, happy early birthday if I don't tell you. Oh, there we go. Scarlet is so weird on this new layout. I don't know. He performs very, very, very odd. Somehow he made it over that track. That track is completely filthy. I don't know how he made it over there. See if we can get some of this. I think it's just like glue off the track. So let's get some of that glue off and run. We'll see if we can run a little train here before I have to get off. Start with the push pull. I hate like feeling the glue on the tops of the rails. You know what I also have to do? I have to weather the rails too because I never weathered these, so that was my fault. I should have done that like early on to this project. Should have been one of the first things I redid. Oh, I'm stupid. So okay, I'm going up for the day. So I was just wondering if you We're going to be there. No, I won't be up there then, unfortunately, but I'll be up there the next weekend. So let's see. I need to hook this up, but it's like all the way over here. This is really jank how I have to hook this up, but oh well. It works. So eventually I'm going to make it a better connection. But like I said, for now, it works. I'm not going to mess with anything. You don't want to mess with something too much before show because you don't know how much time you'll fix it if something goes wrong. I love twisting the wires and they don't actually twist together. Okay, does it again. Wow. So there we go. Okay, now it should go. All right. So let's see if Scarloey will take off on here. Nope, he doesn't move at all. Cool. Oh, maybe if he was on the tracks. Nope, so there's something wrong with that siding. Okay. I will say Scarloey is the one that does come off right there now. So let me get a little bit of rolling stock out. I haven't actually unpacked all my stuff from the show in Conway, or not Conway, the show in Strasbourg. So we'll get Reneus out. We'll run Reneus. Why not? I'll get it better. Is that Stanley by the shed or the mine engine? It is the mine engine. Sorry, I have not been looking at comments. Y'all. Okay, so let's. Actually, where's my yellow Reneus at? I think he's up here. I think he's in this room in here. So actually, I guess we could get Duke. We'll do Duke. Duke is better. We'll go with Duke. Duke is more fitting for this layout anyway. I like how the first one I pick is Reneus out of all of them. Yes, I'll be pulling. It's Scarlet Coach. Oh well. Who cares? It's my layout. I can run whatever I want. Let's see. Well, I've not had the best luck with these coaches that I bought. They're kind of ass, to be honest with y'all. So I don't know if they're gonna run. Or I don't know if this one's gonna run. I was gonna try and fix them up before the show, but I don't know what I really need to do to them. I need to space the wheels for the most part, but we'll see. Okay, cool. He's not on the tracks. Good job, Chandler. See if he'll actually go around that corner. No. No, he doesn't with that. Oh, maybe if he was on the track the whole time. Jeez. I didn't put him on the track right. See if he goes around. I think I will definitely have to with these coaches. Yeah, he's just dropping them. Okay, I think there's something wrong over there, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Let's see if he'll just pull the one coach with him. If he can't pull that, there's something wrong with the track. And I'll have to do some looking into that. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So there's something wrong with the track because he's dropping the coach. His tender is derailed. Huh. Okay, so new problem. Now with that is that we have to figure out why Duke's tender just comes off. Let's see if it comes off while he goes around there. Yeah, so he just comes completely off there. Any tips on making episodes of TT? No, I do not have any on Roblox now. Ugh, that's so annoying. He keeps on coming off there now. Let's see if he'll go straight. Yeah, he goes straight fine. He actually does really good on that. But the weird thing is that this chassis now works really good on this layout. And that thing sucked on this layout so bad. We'll isolate the tracks there. Yeah, I don't know. Super weird. We might have to play around with some stuff a little bit more, but we'll get into that in another video. Okay, so I'm actually thinking I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. We got quite a bit done. We got a lot of the scenery and stuff right here looking better. So I think we're gonna call it today. Thank you everyone who joined. I had a good time talking to y'all while I was working on this because that's just how I work best. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. I hope you all have a great rest of y'all's day. Thank you all so much for joining. I'll try and do another live stream. I might do one at the show, so I might do a little live stream at the show for y'all. I'm feeling a lot better, so I actually have a lot more energy to do all this stuff now. So I will 100% probably do one at the show. So thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all for the nice comments and stuff. You are the best. I'm going to get out of here, though. So y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.